Louisiana beer reviews. Gessner Dunkler Bock. This is from Private Brewery. Gessner in Thuringia, the Thuringian area of central Germany. It's got an embossed label. Thank you, Roland Wolk, for sending these to me. Roland sent these to me from Germany. Unfortunately, it was a bad accident. He didn't really wrap them well enough. They were thinly wrapped. I wish I could show you, but I don't want to embarrass him. He did his best, but only three of the six bottles survived. Three were shattered. It was just a box full of shattered glass, and we pulled out a friend of mine pulled out the tops, and we could see that it was 6 shattered bottles. The Maybach, another Dunkler Bock, and a Doppelbock were destroyed. But I do have 3, and I can see where this was scratched, from the damage. This is showing our goat, Billy Goat, out in the woods, hopping around. That's what that is. The Bock, the goat. It says 1622, they've been brewing out there. Aus besten Rohstoffen und Unterverwendung. Kristallklaren Quellwassers aus eigenem Tiefbrunnen steht ein suffiger Gessner Bock. All right. Gebraut nach dem deutschen Reinheitsgebot. Brewed according to the German Reinheitsgebot. Zutaten, ingredients. Brauwasser, brewing water. Gersten malts, barley malts. Hopfen and hops. 6.8% alcohol. Got a good date, guys. 500 milliliter bottle. Sie haben wir dieses besondere Bockbier in besonderer Flasche gefüllt. Okay, whatever the hell that means. Okay, so let's check it out. Thanks again, Roland. Sorry for the tragedy there on the shipping. But yeah, if y'all ship beer, which I always say don't do it, but it's big trouble and expense. But if you do it, you got to wrap the beer with bubble wrap and pack it in. Newspaper's a good soft thing, around with newspaper. He sent a pretty big box. I guess these bottles are big, but yeah, it's too bad. I feel bad about it, but can't do anything about it. Except review the 3. I've done one already. This one and then the last one. Like the BG says, a tragedy. All right. Soapy once again. And this is a cream colored head, and it is dark. It's a dunkler, a dark one. Dark brown. With the light shining through it from there, it's just brown, okay? Like a brown Crayola. Yeah, rich brown bread crust. That's what you're getting with these. Now, Beer Advocate doesn't have enough scores to give it a score. Untapped says 66, so yeah, they're saying it's pretty good. Rate beer, yeah, they're saying it's horrible. It's what do they say, a 40 out of 100? Like 38 in the style, something like that, or it could be reversed. It might have it reversed. They like it higher in the style, but they hate the style, so I can see where they're coming from. They hate Dunkelbock, so they're going to say the beer is trash, Rate beer is like indecipherable, their logic. I don't think they have a gift for logic. All right, but that's their opinion. If people hate it, well, fine. I'm just reporting what they're saying. I think it was 38.42. It doesn't matter. It was ridiculously low, and I knew when I saw that, I said, "No way, it's gonna be that low." Yeah, rich, sweet in the nose, brown bread, and brown bread crust. Taste time. Cheers. Cheers, Roland. Is it a typical German Bock? Dunkler Bock? Yes, which means it's great. The dark bread crust, the brown bread, a little bit of grassy hops, but this is not a hoppy beer. They don't list the bitterness units. I'm thinking like 2.5 out of 5 hop cones. 2.5 out of 5 hop cones. Sweetness. Three out of 5 sugar cubes. So it's very malty. It's fairly sweet. Body medium. Finish mostly dry. Very pleasant beer. The last beer I reviewed previous to this, that would make sense. Last beer would be previous to this. And the last beer I have drunk previous to this was a craft beer from Louisiana. It was a fiasco. This beer, I guess it's a craft beer. It's from a private little small brewery from one of those small Thuringian states, Thuringia. But this thing is so much better than that fiasco I've talked about that it's a joke. And I'm not against Louisiana craft beer companies. I've had some really good craft beers from Louisiana, but I've had some dreadful ones too, and they're not cheap. I don't know what this costs in Germany. What does a 500 milliliter of this cost? Maybe like €3.5, which would be like $4 United States, $4. Does this company sell canned versions? I don't know. They weren't showing that on the website, just bottles, these flip tops. Draft, most likely you could probably get draft. He was telling me you can't get these in the United States, that's why I want to send them. And I was saying, oh, don't do it. But he wanted to really bad, so he did. And I'm glad I got to try them. Now, are they remarkably different so far from other German Helles Bocks or Dunkels Bocks that I can get here already? There's not that many. No, it isn't really. These are just about the same. But they're very good. I mean, they're very good. Now, yeah, so I think the problem that these reviewers have is that it's like 1,000 German Dunkler Bocks brands available, and they're all similar, around 6.8% alcohol. They're all similar in flavor, so they're say, oh, that's junk. It's ordinary. But then the same people turn around and say, oh, this IPA is so opaque. It's so, you look, they're not clear like this. They look like coagulated cereal in the bowl, in the milk. And they all look like that, at various levels of opaqueness. And they just say, oh, look, it's so juicy, so juicy. I keep hearing the same comments. It's so juicy, it's so juicy. So hoppy. Well, hoppy in a juicy sense, not bitter hops. But, and so that'll be the same. And I've tried so many of those, and I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, same old thing. But then for somehow that needs to be in the 90s, it's got to be in the 90s. So it's like a style fixation, I think, with these people. And I don't want to be on this review channel style fixated. And I don't want to be, like attached, like I have well, I guess that would be a fixation, have an attachment to a certain style. I mean, yeah, do I favor certain styles over others? Of course. But I'll review anything, even in styles that I don't like. Particularly, But anyway, that being said, complaints about this beer. There's a little metallic flavor. Can't be coming from a can. So it's got to be coming from the hops, like a metallic thing going. So that's a detriment. It's not perfect. The beer's not perfect. Sure is nice. I'm going to go with 93, 9.3 out of 10. A most excellent beer, just getting into most excellent. It's not going to be 95, 6, 7. The higher end of that range, 93 to 97. But it's quite wonderful. So, Laissez les Bon Temps Relais, a fabulous beer from the Thuringian part of Deutschland, the German Federal Republic. And I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Thuringia and tour one of their numerous breweries.